My tips for business people that are cash people, that aren't using a traditional banking system and dealing cash. I actually have a few clients like that still that are very old school type of people, and they don't have checking accounts and they do deal in cash. But my experience with these people is they're very meticulous people. They hand write things out on accounting paper that they got at Walmart, or they write it in a notebook and have their own hand tallying of it. That is, not the best way to do business, but that is the way that people do business in Indian country. But my experience is that people that do it like that, they do it just as good as if you were using a computerized system. They just do it by hand. And I get a lot of that. So I get a lot of people do it on notebooks, and they'll write what money came in and what, money went out. And then and I used to run a tax clinic, so you'd have people come in and they'd have their box full of, receipts and, stuff like that. But the key to that is it doesn't matter how fancy your system is. You can have the greatest, QuickBooks, Xero, whatever program out there. You could use Excel. You could use good old-fashioned counting paper. Whatever you use, as long as you're tracking it every month and you have an idea of what's going on, that is the key to success. Most business people that do that are successful. The ones that don't, that just keep doing business and they keep going along and not even paying attention. And then at the end of the year, tax time, they're like, oh, here's my taxes. And then they figure out this is what's going on. That's not how you do it. You want to look forward. You want to be looking forward, not backwards. So my advice for any person is just doing the numbers, whether you do it, by hand or some fancy program, is knowing your numbers and keeping on track of it and balance your bank statement every month. Don't let it go till the end of the year. And some of my clients, honestly, I get clients that call me, and I got one last night, and he's like, I started my business in 2019. I haven't done any of my haven't done anything for now. And I want to go buy a truck, he said. And I can't prove to them that I make this kind of money. And I'm like, well, what kind of money are you making? I'm thinking not very much. He's like, I'm thinking I probably profited about $350,000. And I was like, what? And he's like, yeah, he goes, I know I have no idea, he told me. He's like, honestly, I have no idea. I just know that I made that much, and I don't keep track of it. I haven't even looked at it. It just goes in and out of the bank, and I don't even know. He goes, I want to hire you to clean up 2020, 2021, 2022, and get me straight for 2023. I'm like, what? And I did that with another guy, and I finally finished all of his. And I told him, I said, well, do you know what your biggest expense is? And he's like, what? And I said, eating out. You eat out. If you took everything that you eat out on, you could pay a whole person's salary. Yeah. But they don't know it. And that's what, there was this biggest slap in the face when I gave him the financials. And he looked at it and he's like, that was the best thing you could have done for me, because I think it's one way, and you trick yourself into thinking that you're making more money and you're not spending as much as you are. And then when you see it on black and white paper, then it's like, oh, heck, I'm spending more than I'm making. Hello, yeah, you're eating out.